Hey, everybody. Hey, guys, I am on vacation. So, with that being said, I need a 5 for 5 in the chat. If you could, it'd be much appreciated. And, yeah, so the audio might not be that great. I'm gonna have to do this like one window at a time, or I won't be able to stream at all. So, but I do want to get this out to you because look at this. Look at this. This is a big explosion, guys, and it gave us an S2 radiation storm already, and R2 radio blackouts. So this is, and the CME, it's a halo CME, as you can see, it's coming at us, and we got other ones. We're already in a geomagnetic storm, G1. So yeah, so that's what I would say. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing all that. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, guys. Yeah. So I will apologize. You know, I am on vacation, and you know, obviously I can't have all my technology with me. This is the first vacation all of my immediate family has had together, in 13 years. I got all 3 of my kids with me, and it's just an awesome thing right now. I am, yeah, I'm enjoying myself. That's for sure. But you know, my kids are my life. They always have been. My wife, you know, just my family is what it is. So yeah, guys. So I am going to go ahead and get into this. Let me do this real quick first. I do want to. I'm going to try to share this out real quick. So please bear with me here. Again, I don't have my normal setup, so I'm clicking buttons in different places, and it's slowing me down. Ali Sai, what's up? Hey, good to see you, bud. Sai, is that your name? Good to see you. I do trust my mods. Please respect the chat. The only rules we have here is be adults. Don't attack anybody personally, and don't use vulgarity. Those are really the only 2 things. Feel free to, you know, give your opinion on things, what your views are, whatever. But please don't go to personal attacks. Okay? You do that, my mods will take care of that as needed. And it will, you know, it does happen because people come on here, and everybody knows this. It's the internet. So, anyway, it's about 1 o'clock where I'm at, by the way, too. Mark just did an awesome show over there, guys, on Marfugel. I waited to let that in because I'm a mod over there, and then I started this up. I probably wouldn't have got this thing started up till right now anyway, so it really wasn't hindering that. But please go check out Marfugel. Also, listen, guys, the Lifeboat. Go check him out over, Tommy over on the Lifeboat, Addiction Recovery, him and Heather Joy. I'm on there co-hosting sometimes. Also, Matthew Shipley just put out a video talking about exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Go check out Matthew Shipley. Best graphics on the internet. Well done, and the man is intelligent. I'm better for have met him. That's for sure. The guy is so intelligent. But anyway, please go check out Matthew Shipley. All that stuff's and that's. I'm done with the shout outs. I know people aren't here for that. So do give me 1 second here, guys. I tell you, this it does. This will this will get you moving. Let's go. Let me see. Make sure my stream is running okay. Okay, it is running okay, I think. Did I hit that button wrong or something? Are we not? What'd I do here, guys? What are you guys seeing? Somebody let me know in the chat what you guys are actually seeing. I just flipped over to the live stream YouTube studio and it's showing me that. You guys should not be seeing that. unless that's just lagging so far behind, and it could be. So somebody let me know what you guys are seeing in chat, please, and make sure it's the space weather page here. That would be much appreciated if you could. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I am going to put the chat away, okay, because I can't really even do all this. And again, my internet strength here blows to just say it in a, well, I guess it's about as friendly as I can get. I'm on a Wi-Fi signal that is just, if you guys have ever been on vacation and try to do any of that, it's a chore, and I know you guys all know that. But anyway, guys, check this out. I'm just going to take you guys right up here. Look at this. I mean, it blows my mind. You know, we got an R2 radio blackout. This says S1, but if you look at here, it hit S2 levels. We're in S2 levels right now, so I'm not sure why this is not updating to that. Okay? That's the radiation storm level. And we're in a geomagnetic storm right now. Not because of this eruption. Okay? At all. Not even close to this eruption. So, yeah. I for the life of me, I'm not understanding why this isn't updating. And it could just be because it might be having some issues on the site or what have you. But you can see we had this big long duration flare, and I'm going to show it to you guys here in just a second. This thing happened from that big sunspot that was, you know, I was talking about this yesterday, how we had X flare potential. And it you know, just a little bit more powerful, we would have had an X flare on this. Okay? But anytime you see this little particle stuff going on, you know that's radiation. That's basically highly charged protons. Okay, they get here fast, but not as fast as X-ray. They're not moving at the speed of light, right? They're particles. They have mass, right? So it takes some time to get here. But this thing, when they hit you, sometimes they're here in like 20 minutes to an hour. And given that the sun's 93 million miles away, you guys can do the math on that. How many millions of miles per hour are those particles moving when it blasted our magnetic field with that? You know what I'm saying, guys? I mean, does that make any sense to anybody but me? I don't know. I can tell you right now that this end-little spiral right here has not updated. Okay, it's not going to till tomorrow probably. Just letting you know. You know, typically at nighttime, those things just won't update until the next day. Now, anybody that's been with my channel any length of time knows that this is significant. This is the deabsorption, okay? This is showing you the X-ray flux, right? It's elevated, obviously. Notice around the poles, and this is going to show you right when this thing hit. You're probably going to see a target like that, and then you're going to see our ionosphere just get charged. See that? See how it hit? That's the flare. And now the protons start arriving. Look where they're coming in at. They're coming in at the poles. See them bleeding down? Okay? Notice how, if you look at where the bullseye is, you can tell where even down here that this is directional. That's the day side of the planet. So now our atmosphere is just completely, our ionosphere anyway, is juiced up. Look at that. It's been a while since I've seen it look like this. It's not like I've never seen this before, but I have. I mean, it's been a minute, okay? So, you know, I'll just take this back here, and I'll push play and let you guys do that for a second. But, again, you know, it is definitely something significant here. And we're going to have to pay attention because this CME is coming our way. And so what do I mean by that? Let me pause this. And let me, and again, I'm having to bring things up one at a time, guys, so I do apologize for that, but I just simply have no other option here, okay? So let me find what I need to find. That's a geoelectric. We'll look at that in a minute, too. Let's take a look at, man, I'm trying to figure out which one I need to take you guys to. I want to take you guys to the NASA end-little spiral. Okay, magnetic solar wind. Is that? No, that's. Oh man. Well, I might not be able to show you that one then. Let's see here, because I don't have like I said, this is not my normal computer stuff. So I just want to, I apologize for that, but yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I can't handle this. This makes me mad. I'm going to have to fix this. Sorry. But yeah. So, I want to find the NASA CME model because, let's see here. I bet it's, oh, man. Man. Oh, I bet I know. Oh, man, but that site runs slow. Well, okay. Well, we're probably just going to have to skip that one. I actually downloaded a little bit of a video of that. What it is, it's just showing that the CME is going to hit us, okay? And I'll show it to you guys tomorrow if I need to. But yeah, so let me check that out real quick. And okay, crud. I really wish I could show that to you guys. I'm trying to figure out a way that I could do it. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and try to get it to you guys here because I do think that you guys need to see this one. It's the same model as this up here, okay? But it's NASA's version. This is NOAA here, okay? So let me do this real quick. I don't think I show the search bar in. Okay, let's do this. NASA Enlil spiral. That's NOAA's. I don't want NOAA's. I want NASA's. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, and I promise you I'll find it. Okay, here it is. I bet. Go away, structure. Oh man, I want the model. This is I'm sorry, guys. That's the evolution. No, is that it? Nope. Okay, well, let's go to. I am sorry, guys. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's so ridiculous. One of my, it's just so ridiculous. Here's images of it, so I don't know why we can't. Okay, this says visit the site. Maybe that'll give it to us. Space weather. Climate breaking news, so story disclosure. Come on, give me something to look at. There's the NASA or the NOAA version. Where's the NASA version? It ain't gonna give it to me. No. Just kidding. It ain't gonna give it to me. So we're just gonna have to skip it, guys. Yeah, we're just gonna skip it. So it's really not that big of a deal. It is showing you guys where it's gonna be at, where it's gonna hit, and all of that. Let's do this. NASA Enlil spiral model. I wonder if that'll. What? Oh, stupid. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not going to give it to me. That's the same one as, well, kinda. Anyway, guys, I'm done wasting your time on that. Sorry. I am not going to waste your time on that anymore. So, let's do this. Did that really? Okay. We'll go back here for a second. But yeah, okay. So, yeah, so there, look at the radiation storm, geomagnetic storm, and again, guys, I'm sorry, I'm off my game here a little bit because this is not my normal setup, and it is actually kind of messing with me. Okay, so let's go take a look at let's see here. Let's just go here. Okay, yeah, this will give us what we need. So let's go here. Let's go to SDO. And I'm just going to show you this one. Look at this right here. That is crazy. Now, I don't want to call it like something like really, really crazy because it's not. All right, guys? But it is significant, okay? This is very significant, or I wouldn't be here right now talking to you about it. That's a promise, okay? So let me show you this, and then I'll show you guys a little bit more of the eruption. But this is the 93 angstrom. It's just an angstrom of light. It's an extreme ultraviolet for those that don't know. It's just a filter. They could assign this any color. It's looking at specific gases is what it's doing. Okay, so let me take that back 300, and this is what sucks about having to do it like this, because I'm gonna have to let this load, and it's because my internet is just so crappy right now, which is why I'm going to try to keep this as simple and as short as I possibly can. I am going to go ahead and X out of that. So what I'm going to do while it's doing that, I'm going to go over here to seeds, because I think seeds is probably going to give us the best look at this. It hasn't even, man, see, that's what I was afraid of. I don't think this is updated for this eruption yet. This is today. Well, the 17th. Okay? And you can see how slow this stupid thing is running. Man. Okay, well, that ain't it. That was an eruption earlier today, guys. We've got multiple eruptions coming our way. I'm just telling you that right now. I told you guys that yesterday. That's why we're under geomagnetic storm right now. We had that sun diver, which I will show you again right now. Okay, I'm going to back it up to a previous day. And so we'll do that, and I'll let you guys take a look at that. Is it going to do it, or what's it going to do here? Come on. Don't be dumb here. Okay, but yeah, so this thing is erupting, and it's going to continue to erupt. We had like 4 eruptions yesterday, and this is one of them. This is not the long duration one that I was showing you over here. Okay? This is yeah, this is significant, and it's going to continue to be significant. And what I'm saying, guys, this thing blew off over here. If it had blown when it was up here, because we were talking about this for a few days, over a week, as a matter of fact. So there you have it. And when this thing loads, I'll give you guys the full movie here, because I want to show you guys this. I am going to wait on that, because that's something we're going to have to wait on. But just know, as we're looking at these, let's go ahead and let's take a look at, okay, well, here's spaceweather.com. He's actually already got, this is that eruption, okay? I'll zoom in here. Guys, please go give Dr. Phillips some love. This man, I mean, he is just on the ball, okay? As you can see, that's what it looks like on the 304. The same view that I showed you guys here is just, that's the 93 angstrom of light. This is the 304, okay? And, you know, you can definitely see the plasma just shot out right there. Now, oftentimes when we have eruptions on this side of the sun, we will get radiation storms. Okay, there's magnetics involved, and I'm not going to get into detail on that right now. But what I will say is the fact that yeah, anyway, so when it fires off that way, the magnetics, because of the spiral I was trying to show you guys, okay, that spiral is the reason why those protons, one of the reasons, are able to get over to us, because magnetically we're connected to the sun. And things are naturally moving in that direction, but our magnetic connection line actually kind of, well, I'm going to have to take you guys here to show you that, because I do want to show it to you, because I think it's important to understand this. I'm just going to take you back over to here. I'll use the NOAA model. Okay, NASA has their own version of this. Okay, it's the same model, just different parameters are set in it. They get different forecasting. So when this is the sun, that's it's top-down view, right? Earth's over here, this little green dot. That's stereo A, which used to be way over here. Okay, now it's here. So stereo A is essentially just giving us a front view also. So I quit even showing that to you guys because it's the same thing as showing you what I'm showing you on the other satellite, SOHO, or very, very close to it. But because of this spiral, and I'll push play here and we'll let this thing run, you'll see the spiral. Anybody that's watched my channel for any length of time, they know that I've done, I've shown this so many times. It is kind of crazy, actually. But you see the natural movement here. Now, look at all these eruptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? See how they kind of circle back, right? They're not really circled back. They look like they curve. And it is because some of that momentum that we have going through the universe, it does. I'm not going to get into detail because people argue about it, and some people don't quite understand it. But things do kind of spiral through, okay? And I'm not going to get into all of that. But this is magnetics. I mean, look at all of those eruptions. To me, that is one of those things. It's just like, whoa. Okay, it stops me dead in my tracks every time because, when you get these many eruptions flying at you, you just don't know. Okay, these forecast models do a really good job most of the time. Okay, but I can't guarantee what they're showing, and they can't either. There is a plus or minus 7 hours, I believe, or maybe even 8 or 9 on these models of the timing. Okay, and then because of the parameters that they enter, they take certain things into they put it at a higher priority as far as what direction these things are going. That's why the NOAA model and the NASA model oftentimes disagree with each other. Okay, so then what are we left to do? Well, we're left to just look, and it's what, and I'm going to steal a term here from Ryan Hall. He calls it nowcasting instead of forecasting. Because we're going to give you a forecast right here, right? We can look at this, and this is what's most likely, going to happen. But it's not 100%, and it would be kind of crazy. Hey, Heather Joy, good to see you, girl. So good to see you. You're killing it over there, by the way, on TLB, guys. Go give her some love. She got her channel, too. Go check her out over on her channel, too. Hey, Miss V, good to see you, too. But, okay, so back to the space weather. Leah! Heck yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Now the party starts. What's up, Leisure? Good to see you, buddy. But yeah. Israel, hey, Israel, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. I seen Pastor Paul, guys. You guys got to throw some prayers his way. Pastor Paul Begley. He had a hernia operation, and I think he's doing okay. But yeah, I mean, he can always use those kinds of prayers, man. When you go through anything like that, it does stink, And everybody, hey Trish, everybody across the net just needs prayers right now. I mean, honestly, I'm going through stuff, and I know people. And I don't like to put other people's stuff out there, so I'm not going to say anybody's name. But other people are having issues also, right? People that we love. I know you guys love these people. So please just pray in general for these guys. Send them love, light, whatever you do, right? I'm not trying to, step on anybody's toes. For me, I'm a Christian, so that's what I do. I pray. But I love everybody the same. So just know that, guys. But always prayers. Prayers or whatever you do, just keep that in a positive mindset. It's so important. It really is. Because how do you think the net became the cesspool that it actually is? Everybody lost that ability to be nice to each other because you didn't have to look at each other. And we need to remember that. Because when we're talking to each other, it doesn't matter if we're face to face or not. We need to respect each other at a level that we just don't anymore. Or most don't. So the only way that gets fixed, guess what? It starts with us. Anybody out here that has channels, start doing that, would you? Quit with the fighting and crap. It just doesn't do any good. Doesn't do any good. But yeah. Yeah, red cap there, Angel, for sure. We definitely hit our atmosphere at the top. So guys, please just keep it positive, guys. So anyway, I'm sorry. Haven't had a chance to talk to you guys much lately, and here I am. Hey Lewis, good to see you, bud. But yeah. Oh, I wanna mention something too before I forget, guys. Listen, guess what? I didn't even know this was happening to me. The total eclipse in April 2024, I'm in the path of totality. I don't have to move. I get to go outside and look up. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm live streaming that thing. And I'm going to get as many people that want to be involved with it. Anybody who has channels that is into that kind of thing, I want to go live. Guys, listen, all the hotels in my area are already booked for that day. That whole weekend and that whole week. People are coming in from everywhere to, you know, it just is what it is. So I am going to be able to give you guys a live stream of that happening if the weather's fine, right? And my plan is I want to go out and I want to interview some people that don't live where I live, and I want to see their things going on, right? And see what they think, because there's going to be a lot of people in my area. It's going to just cross right through. It's crazy how that happened to me. The last one, a lot of the bigger channels actually went out west and was able to get in the path. Well, Paul Begley did. He was there. Rex Baird, a lot of other people. I mean, I could just keep naming people. There was a lot of people there, but they were there for that, and that's really kind of what I want to do. I want to do something like that to where I can set up a telescope, maybe put a sun filter on it, so we can look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get that all set up. I'm going to do the best I can. Obviously, I don't have a whole lot of funds or anything like that, so I can't be buying a bunch of equipment. But I absolutely can show it to you at the very least. So that's my goal. I would like for somebody that's bigger than me to basically use me kind of like an in the field reporter type of thing, just to show people, and they can stream. I don't care who streams it. I'm not stingy like that. People can stream it on whatever channel they want. I don't care. So anyway, that's just who I am. That's what I do. So back to this. I'm sorry, guys. So you got this going here, and again, guys, we could go back about a week, and you're going to count like 12 eruptions, and you're going to see that 5 or 6 of them at least are coming our direction. So we're going to have to wait, and we're going to have to watch. Now, this one finally did load, thank God. So check this out. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Now, see what kind of different look you get on this 94? And the reason why, like I said, it's a different gas. It's a different angstrom of light, and different angstroms of light show different gases. So that's what we're looking at here. Okay? So I'll zoom in like that, and we'll take a look at this. And what caused us the radiation storm, the biggest reason we're seeing a radiation storm in this is because of the duration of it. This is not an impulsive flare or eruption. This is a long duration eruption. If you look, it is still erupting right now. Okay? It is still producing massive amounts of X-ray. So, yeah. And again, man, if this thing was here like 5 days ago and did this, wow. We could be having a different conversation. Now it did fire some stuff over here, and we've gotten hit with it. And again, I've shown that to you already. What we got here? Okay, here's seeds. I want to show you guys the sun diver one more time. I believe it was on this day. Pretty sure. I know it was. There it is. Okay, because I put it in my video yesterday, guys. Remember that? Let's just do that. zoom in. Right here is the sun diver. Okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, like I said yesterday, this sun diver did not instigate that eruption. Okay, in my opinion, I don't think it was close enough to the sun to do that. Now, they do instigate eruptions when they get close to the sun. That's just a fact. So, you know, I don't think this thing made it. I think this thing got ate up, okay? But you see all these eruptions. This is just yesterday, guys. I mean, it's impressive, to be honest. And, you know, so take that for what it's worth. So what can we expect, guys? You know, again, let me go ahead and, because we're not going to see nothing over here on seeds, because they're just not showing it. But here's that eruption. So what we'll do, like I said, I tell you what we can do. I forgot about that. I'm going to do this because I do want to show it to you. I really want to show this to you in a different way. Let's go here. Where's Soho at? There it is. Ooh. I want LASCO C2. Okay, because I showed you LASCO C3, the blue one, but I want to show you the red one here, because this one really does show the particles really well. So let me go ahead and load that up. I'm not going to take it back as far as I did before here, but I am going to take it back some. You can see where it's still erupting right here. And I'll zoom in, guys, okay? So give me just 1 second here. And we'll get this done right, okay? And, yeah. So we're going to let that load. And while that's doing that, what we're going to do... Oh, don't tell me I hit that. Cancel that. You gotta love it when you hit the wrong button. Have to. You gotta love it. Okay, so this is the geoelectric field. This is not geomagnetic field, right? This is the geoelectric field. This is the electric field at the surface. It's showing us geomagnetism's effect on our electrical grid system. Artificial electrical components. Okay? So what I'm going to do once this thing loads, I'm going to pause it and just use the slider. Now see here on the right, that's the one-dimensional. One on the left is the three-dimensional. Okay, now this is old. Look at that. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. I was looking at the date. I always check the date because I've shown this to people and thought it was today, and it was like a month ago. But yeah, you see that? So it's definitely an uptick. So we're getting geomagnetism. Our geoelectric is increased. That's evident because of this, right? So if we go back here, we can check out the aurora. Well, there's the absorption graph again. I'll just show that to you again because this thing is, that's pretty impressive in my opinion. So let me show you the aurora while that thing's loading. Maybe. We'll see. Is it loading or not? Come on. Alright. Let's just go back over here to this while that's loading. Oh, cool. Okay, so Soho has now updated here. So check that out, guys. I mean, isn't that an impressive one? You know, I just think it's really cool. And again, you guys hear any fear in my voice? You don't, do you? Why is that? Because guess what? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, guys. I truly am not. And I hope that you guys aren't either. This right here is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Okay? This is not at this point. And again, I can't say in the next 3 or 4 days. I don't know the future, right? But what I can tell you, what I'm seeing right now, you know, I do see us, if all these eruptions hit, especially after this one, we can see G3. Maybe even G4. I hate to say that. I don't like saying it. But this eruption here was, again, you can definitely tell. But something else that's significant is the Bastille event was 20 years ago. That was 2003. It was amazing. And it was very similar to this. Okay? And it happened close to the same time frame in the same time as in the sun cycle. So it happened back in solar cycle 23, and we're in solar cycle 25 now. So if we go over here to spaceweather.com, which again, he does a great job, let's go back to the 14th. And because he did a update on this. This is the Bastille event. You see this? This right here is this. Okay? So, you see the difference? Do you see why I am not scared? I'm not scared at all. Not fearful of this. I think this is a beautiful thing. I think it's going to give us great aurora. Now, we could see some electrical issues. We could see, you know, again, depending on how these things hit us. We already had a cannibal CME hit us. Okay, what that is, they don't eat each other, by the way. What happens is the faster moving CME that's behind, well, I tell you what, let's do this because we have it here. I'm going to grab this and bring it back and use this as an example. Okay, so if I zoom in, okay, right here, you see this CME? Say that one was moving slow, and then the one behind it was moving faster, right? So if that one behind it's moving faster, eventually it's going to catch up, right? So what happens as it gets closer to it, the area in between the two CMEs become very, very dense. It's like a snowplow. And the first CME is the wall, and the second CME is the plow. Okay, so they don't like combine. It almost looks like it, but it's not. So what that does is it produces shock waves, and they can high dense shock waves that can really hit us hard. Okay, you know, even the like in the universities, like Timothy Scove and stuff, she will actually tell you, hey, that cannibal word is probably not the right word to be using. Unfortunately, it got named that, and it's, you know, when you think of cannibal, it's eating somebody else, right? Of the same race or being or whatever. And that's why they said that, because it appears to combine. Like the back one eats it, but it doesn't. It's actually producing, in my opinion, a worse effect, because you're building up those particles. And when those are hitting us at a higher speed, they can really give us blast. And it actually gives you, I can't remember exactly how many extra shock, you know, waves, little blasts like that when that happens. And it varies between whatever. But we got hit with that the other day. Okay, if you go back to like I believe it was the 15th is when that happened. It only got to G4, not G4, but KP of 4. Okay, we need a KP of 5 to be low-level geomagnetic storm. So it didn't even give us an actual storm. It hit us, but it didn't give us a storm. So, but now we're elevated, and we got these other ones on the way. So, and like I said earlier, guys, this is not updated for this latest eruption. Did you hear me? This is not updated for its latest eruption yet. Now, they will update it. And if you go over here, if you guys want to check it, this is over at NOAA, Space Weather Prediction Center. What this will do, this will give you 2 days historic data, and then it tries to forecast 5 days in advance. Okay, most of the time it's not really all that successful 5 days out, but you get it inside 1 or 2 days. Typically, it's pretty close. Okay, just like the NASA model. They're usually pretty close if they're not right on. And that should tell you that it really does take a pretty specific hit to really give us a really good jolt. And that's why when we see things right facing us, that's why we start talking about it. Because we have the best chance of getting hit right on the nose. And but that's why. So you look at this proton flux jump, boom. I mean, that thing jumped pretty quick like. And here, this is what they're talking about, the red hat here, the red cap. This is our northern and southern poles. They got the, you know, the ionosphere is just like, bam. It's got high charged protons in it right now that are in X-ray and stuff. That it's radiation, guys. Okay, I don't think any of it's really getting to the surface. It's most likely not. But what I can tell you, and also I want to point this out too. You see this? This is the sunspot number, guys. We were back in June. We had the highest number of sunspots in June that we had in 21 years. Okay, so the complete of solar cycle 24, solar cycle 25, June, overproduced anything in solar cycle 24. Okay, now that doesn't speak to the strength of things. All it does is speak to the amount of sunspots. If you want to see the strength differences, you can kind of gauge it by this. It's the radio flux. Again, this is another thing. You got to look at so many things if you really want to see the strength of things. But this is just kind of a base of, hey, yeah, maybe we need to look at this. But it's not that far off as far as the strength goes. And but what is significant is nobody was forecasting a less than 24, or nobody was forecasting more than what 24 had. Matter of fact, people were saying it was going to come in lower or right at 24, solar cycle 24. We were going to see the same number of sunspots, close to it or less. But what's happened is it's been the opposite. Okay? And there were a couple groups of scientists that actually said that. And again, these guys are forecasting. They're not like, oh, they're using all the formulas, the models, everything else, historic data. They're looking at everything. Okay? And it was peer-reviewed paper. So, they were the ones saying that. Now, they were taking a chance on that, guys. They had to have some guts to come out and go against what was widely being said, that we were going to have a slow cycle. Okay? So, with that being said, and now that they're being proven correct, I mean, they just simply are. Now, is that going to hold? I don't know. Again, I don't know. I can't tell you the future. And to be honest with you, I don't think I would want to. But here's the aurora. Now, this is caused by geomagnetism, guys, which is not this eruption. This latest eruption right now is radiation and X-ray. It's protons and X-ray. Now, the CME's coming, and that will be this. Okay? So, with that being said. But this is that Basto event. Okay? It was an X 5.7 class. Look familiar? Okay? We didn't see this whiteout condition today. Right? So let me say it one more time. I'm not scared. And guess what? Even if I seen this, I would not be scared. Because there's no reason to be. If I'm aware that things can happen, then I won't have that knee-jerk reaction when it does. When we do the knee-jerk reactions is when we make mistakes. So when it is actually time to grab that SHTF bag and head out the door, if that time ever comes in our lifetime, I don't know, But I think everybody should be prepared at some level. Even for like just thunderstorms or snowstorms or whatever, But if a big event does happen, and it doesn't have to come from the sun, it can come from the humans, if you know what I'm talking about. When they start lobbing these big things that explode at each other, okay? That's happening all over the world right now. We know this. So there's so many reasons to give yourself a little bit of peace of mind and do a little, prep up a little bit. And I don't tell people what level to go to. I tell them to go to where they think they're comfortable and then go one step further. That's just my opinion, right? And get stuff that you can use whether or not anything happens or not. So you can cycle it through and it doesn't go to waste. You're not wasting your money if you do that. So get stuff that you like, number one. If you're just trying to simply survive, that's what the protein bars and stuff are for. Okay? But at the end of the day, you want to be able to reuse that stuff if you can. You don't want to waste it. Now, most of that stuff has like a 25, 26 year shelf life. So, you got a long time to use that. But just go to where you're comfortable. Nobody should be able to tell you exactly what you need to do where you're at. You're the only one that knows that. Okay? Trust yourself. You're not stupid. Nobody here listening to me right now is stupid. I used to get this a lot when I first started my channel. People were like, I'll never understand this. Guess what? 3/4 of those people are now moderators on my channel because they know what they're looking at. They were smart enough. So know that. Nobody is too stupid to understand this. Okay? All we're trying to do is give a basic level of understanding. That's it. Okay? And I'm being 100 here. I mean, I can't be any more 100. So just know that. And please, guys, please take me serious on that. So what can we expect? Well, guys, we can expect an uptick. Okay? We can expect an uptick in geomagnetism. They already had radio blackouts when the flare hit. I do 100% absolutely think that we're going to get more eruptions. There is just simply too much on the sun right now for that not to happen. Okay? So we have to continue to look and watch. You can see it's almost like a Christmas tree just flashing everywhere, right? Now, something I noticed, see, watch this over here on the big one, but your eyes are drawn over here, right? Look at this. Watch this one. See it lighting up? This oftentimes happens. When one area of the sun becomes unstable, it tends to kind of spread. You can see all these spots almost light up almost at the same time as this one erupts. Okay? Watch. Watch it. See how dim it is right there? Now watch. See how they all got bright? This happens a lot. Now this one's right in front of us. Okay? So if that one was to release something, that's most likely going to hit us too. So this is what I'm talking about. We just have to pay attention. We're going to forecast as best we can. And like I said, I'm going to steal a term from Ryan Hall. Go check his channel out. Best weather channel on the freaking internet, or in the world, period, in my opinion. Live storm chasing. I mean, I'm talking real time. Reed Timmer did some stuff with him for a while also. Reed Timmer is just a legend in that. But Ryan and Andy Hill, they're awesome. Go check them out. But they do what they call nowcasting. They stay live for like 12 hours during the big weather events. And they're keeping people safe. They're taking care of these communities. They take the money from their merch store. They give it all back to the storm victims. I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys. It's crazy. It's awesome crazy is what I'm saying. So go support people like that. That's the positivity we need. They're not scared. They're doing something about it, right? Let's do something about it. Let's just not be scared. You know, talk about the stuff that needs talked about. And everybody's going to have a different opinion on what is too much to talk about or what is not enough. Quit judging people. Just let them do what they do. If you don't like what they're saying, there's a big red X in the top right-hand corner of every Windows computer. Click it. Go watch something else. And something else I would say here too. If you are actually experiencing fear, anytime I show you anything or anytime somebody else does, you absolutely do not need to watch for a while. Go do something else. Okay? You don't need to live in that fear. Nothing positive comes from that. I promise you. Okay? Yes, I come on here and talk about stuff that I think is beautiful and awesome. Some people think this is fearful. Some people think this is serious. I think this is serious and beautiful. Okay? All at the same time. That's my opinion. And I will never force my opinion on you guys. But one thing I will tell you guys, I will not accept somebody coming here telling me that they're not smart enough to understand what I'm saying. Because you guys absolutely are. So have some confidence in yourself. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your sex is. I don't care where you live at in the world. You can understand this at a basic level. That's a fact. There's too many outlets out there. If you can't understand from what I'm saying, email me. I'll help you find somebody that can explain it to you. Okay? And I've done it before. Because I put things out in the way I do, and not everybody is, able to understand. I get it. At least by the way that I put it out, So please, guys, just know that. Don't underestimate yourself. It breaks my heart when you guys do that, because, man, I know what it feels like to not feel like that. So, you know, and it sucks to feel like that. It really does. It really does. Really does. Hey, Kat, what's going on, guys? But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all I'm going to show you tonight. Again, if anything else comes from this, I do want to leave you here, okay? This is the eruption. This is what we're talking about right now. What can we expect? Listen, if we get to G3, you know, we might see some power fluctuations, things like that. We will most definitely see some aurora, okay? If it starts sneaking down south, that's when we're getting hit hard. You won't even have to come here and ask me if you're going to have electrical issues if we get hit with something. Okay, you're going to know it. If you're having issues, you know, just pick your phone up or whatever and click it and look, you know, if it's something catastrophic or whatever, because most likely, guys, if it is going to be one of the grid down situations that people talk about, I'm not going to be able to get on here in time to give you guys any kind of warning. Not to mention that I'm going to take care of my family first. Okay? And I think anybody that runs channels says the same exact thing. You know? Now, with the CME that would cause grid down stuff, that does take at least a few hours to get here. So we do have a little time there. But if it's something different than that, you know, if it's like a blast of X-ray, it's going to give us issues, those kinds of things. That stuff is here before I can even start my computer. It's moving at the speed of light. Okay? It's here in 8 minutes, is what I'm telling you. And these highly charged protons, I've seen them get here in 20 minutes. Okay? That's why when you see this blast off, watch. Right after this blast, then you start seeing the satellite get peppered with the protons. Watch. Watch this. Right here. Blast. There's your protons. That's how quick. Okay? Now that CME is going to take, like I said, about two days to get here. That one does seem to be moving a little bit quick. But I can't tell for sure. It could be 3 days. I don't know. But again, that's why we watch it. You know? That's why we watch this. Up here. Okay? So here are the sunspots. Here's that big one. It is rotating out, but this is decent size. We've got a lot of little ones. Not little ones. These are actually pretty big. And they're starting to become complex, which means they're interacting with each other. Negatives and positives, when they get close, that's when we get flares. Okay? So we could have a huge sunspot like this one was. When this thing was over here, it wasn't doing a whole lot. And then it started to become like kind of broken up a little bit, and then it started like just blowing, you know, flares everywhere. So just keep that in mind. Even these little small spots up here can give us decent shots. So anybody chasing aurora, hey, Aliyah, if you're still here, I know you like to talk about aurora. You love aurora. So this may be a good chance for you to get out there and see something. Hey, Becca, Leisure. Rick, what's up, man? Yeah, you're right, Rick. That's kind of what I was saying without saying that all. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, we could definitely, and guys, listen, I think we're talking about some health and stuff in there. It most definitely does affect our health. Okay, you know, heart doctors and things, they look at this too. I've actually heard of surgeons waiting to do a surgery because we had like a very severe solar storm going on. But you know, that is what it is. Holly, you know, what's affecting our sun, and I'm just going to say this. We are in solar maximum. Okay? If you go back and you look at the other sun cycles during solar maximum, you most definitely will see pretty much what you're seeing right now. Okay? I just showed you one from 2003, the Bastel event. This one. Okay? That's significant, right? We're not looking at that right now. So, and that's what I'm trying to say. So we definitely can look back, and it doesn't necessarily have to have something affecting our sun. Not to say that there couldn't be. I don't know, right? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that we do expect this, a lot of this. Now, if it's something out of the ordinary that, you know, like for instance, like that sun diver that I showed you guys, okay? Yes, those sun divers definitely can. They can instigate a CME, 100%. So yeah, I mean, things do affect it. And, you know, we don't know really what's going on the direct backside, so there's things going on over there too. But they do got a pretty good look at the sun now. They use, believe it or not, seismic activity. They're able to map out the back of the sun. So yeah. But yeah, so that's what we got going on, guys. I am going to go ahead and crack off of here. I've been on here way longer than I thought. What's going on with Carl? You okay, Carl? Or is that Carly? Who's Carly? Yeah, that does suck, Carly. I'm with you there. I do. And yes, whoever was talking about it affecting our mental health, guys, let me tell you why this affects our mental health. One of the reasons. One of the reasons is because it affects the human resonance. Okay? That's the heartbeat of the earth. I've talked about this 1,000 times. It is the frequency that's bouncing around between, hey, Redneck Prepper, good to see you. X-Class? I don't know, man. I don't know yet, man. We'll have to wait and see. We get an X-Class. Well, this was an M5. So it was close. You don't necessarily have to have an X-Class flare to have a big CME, just so you understand. But anyway, the human resonance bounces around in between the top of our ionosphere and our surface. So when astronauts and people that are in space, they have to have 7.83 hertz actually vibrating in their machines to keep them from getting what they call space sickness. Okay, they go crazy and they get physically ill. Okay, so the same thing applies to people that work underground. So understand that. It's very, very important. Okay, now I know I don't show you guys the one human resonance model very often anymore. I will show it to you. I have no problem showing it to you guys. But as I did my research and stuff, I want you guys to understand those tools are very, very regional or local, regional at best. So when I was showing you the one over in Russia, I thought it was like, at first when I started showing it to you, I thought it was like representing what's going on the whole globe. It is not a global reading. Okay? It is very much dependent in that area what's going on. And I started thinking about that, you know, like why couldn't I figure that out before? Because I just told you guys it bounces between the ionosphere and the surface. So even topography would change that. Hills and mountains and all that stuff, right? It would change it. So we have to be sure that we're paying attention to what's local where you're at. There are a lot of human resonance monitors out there. Okay, you can get one for yourself. They're actually really not that expensive. So yeah, Carly. I fight that too. I got a lot of insomnia. I just really have. It just is what it is. Yeah, absolutely, Holly. Absolutely. And you know, I feel fortunate enough to be able to come here and share what I think and show you guys this stuff because, you know, I've had a lot of people come to me and ask me certain things, and I've been able to help through the research that I've done. But I had help too, so understand that. I didn't understand any of this stuff at first, okay? I didn't. I mean, a lot of people really helped me just understand, and that was in the background, in the forefront. Just a lot of people, you know, sending people to my channel, all of that. And it's too many to name, you know. Well, obviously, you guys, a lot of you guys are here from Mars. I mean, that man, he has shot so many people over here, and I tried to repay that, you know, even back to him. So go check him out too. MarFugelTV.com. Go check him out. best internet news around, baby. But listen, check everybody out. You guys can go look at my subscription list, and I encourage you to do so. Hey, Christine. Good to see you, girl. There may be people on there that you think that I wouldn't even be watching, because there are people on there that are negative. Okay? But I'm able to have thick enough skin to watch them and sift through what's actual, what's actual things. So that is what it is. Okay. Hey, Jimmy. What's going on, buddy? Fearmonger? Am I lost in the conversation there or something? Am I misreading that? Are you insinuating that I'm a fearmonger? Just curious. I mean, if that's your opinion of me, I'm sorry you have that opinion. That's kind of where I would probably leave that. I'm not, it is what it is. You're welcome to have that. 100%. And I will be at some level, guys. Some in the near future when I start getting things back into the thing here. I'm going to. Okay, Jimmy, no problem, bud. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know who you guys talk. I just kind of clicked on there and seen that. I just didn't know if I had said or done something that was. I don't, Mother. I really don't. I don't take anything personal. Unless they, listen. I'm human just like everybody else. Okay? I'm on here on YouTube doing my thing, right? I choose to be here, but guess what? I am human. Things can affect me mentally or whatever. They could put me in a bad mood. They can make me mad just like they do everybody else. Okay? We can't. Here's one thing I will say. You cannot change or control what you feel. Only thing you can do is change how you react to that. Okay? So when something hits you negative, makes you have a negative thought, you don't have to act negative. You can choose to do the opposite. Okay? When you look at something and, we all do it. We just don't voice it, right? You look at somebody and you'll think, oh my God, look, what is that person doing? Oh my goodness. And let me tell you something. In my life experience, every time I've done that, because I don't speak it, I end up chastising myself later on because I'll keep watching them, and what I thought they were doing, they weren't. Okay? So exercise some patience, number one. Number two, show some love. I'm telling you, this world's full, way more full of love than it is not. Yes, there's negative, but we all hear that. We see them. We see it everywhere. Right? We do. But you don't have to concentrate on that. And the reason why we see it is because it shocks us sometimes to see such negativity. But I'm telling you, for every negative person, there's 10 positive people. It's just the positive people are doing exactly what I said. They're exercising patience and respecting others by not opening their mouth when they probably don't need to. Right? You don't need to add negativity to them. Now, if they're like attacking somebody or attacking you, yeah, by all means, take care of that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is give them the chance. And here's the other thing. You don't have to tell them to do it. Show them. Don't say a word to them. Let them see you do the good stuff. That's how I raise my kids. If they see you doing the good stuff, guess what? They're going to do the good stuff too. Most likely. So, anyway. Sorry, got on a little rant there at the end. Again, I haven't talked to you guys in quite some time. But, again, okay, guys, I am going to go ahead and end this. If anything else big happens, again, I'm on vacation, so if anything else big happens, I will pop back on here and give you guys a little bit of an update. Let's give you that one to look at here for a second, just so you guys can, well, let's give you this one. Just so you guys can remember what this looks like. Oh, come on. Okay. let you guys see that for a few minutes. And so yeah, and again, sorry I got off on a little rant there. Sometimes I have to say it. You know, if I don't say that every so often, people start getting a little crazy here, thinking I'm doing something I'm not, and so they start attacking people, and it just becomes a big old, dumpster fire. I don't usually address it. Anybody's been around me for a minute, yeah, I love all you guys. Thanks to all my mods. Mods, you guys are great. You really are. Hey, Angel, I don't censor it. Hey, guys, again, I am not taking anybody's thought pattern out of this unless it's vulgar or they're attacking somebody. You can have whatever opinion you want. You could think the moon's made of cheese. I don't care. Just tell me if it's Swiss or cheddar or whatever, and, maybe I'll get some crackers and we'll go have lunch. I don't know. But just know that it's okay. It's okay to have whatever opinion you have. It really, truly is. It's okay to believe what you believe. Just have reasons for it, and don't force what you think is true onto others. Yes, tell people about it if that's what you think is actually the truth, but don't, beat them in the head with it. It doesn't work. Angel, I'm not... Well, obviously, I do a space weather channel and talk about a globe, so I'm not that. So, and I'm not really laughing at people that believe that. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around that whole thing. But that's why I choose not to even talk about it, because it always ends up in a fight. It really truly does. Back at you, Miss V. Back at you. But again, guys, if you guys are struggling mentally, especially with addiction, please go check out the Lifeboat. Hey, Heather Joy, good to see you. I said hi to you earlier. Glad you popped back in there. She's doing a great job over there, guys. She's a nurse. She knows a lot about addiction. I'll let her tell you her story. Go over there to her channel or go to TLB, the Lifeboat, and do it. Hey, if you guys click on my page, if you guys go to my YouTube page, top right hand corner up on my banner, I got a link to the Lifeboat there. So all you gotta do is click on that. It'll take you right to the Lifeboat. So my brother Tommy over there, and just killing it. Everybody's killing it, guys. We just gotta be there for each other. So it's important. It really truly is. If we're not there for each other, why do we even care? So, but yeah, you can drop the link too, Heather, if you need to. Any of my mods have the ability to drop any link they feel appropriate. So, okay. Hey, Heather Joy, you see that about Rick Sanchez? I'm not sure if Heather, you got an email you can send that to? If you do, just let him know what it is. I don't like to get people's emails out unless they want me to, but you can email me too, Rick, and I'll send it off to them and see if we can't get you on the show, or maybe you want to come tell your story. That'd be awesome. It always is. It's always good to hear somebody that's been through the same thing. So, anyway, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves, and yeah, I hope you can still drink this Kool-Aid.